Data East has a reputation among Famicom fans for making games that aren't especially good, but are still strangely compelling. I can't say that about Heavy Barrel, and that's because Heavy Barrel is one of their best Famicom action games. A lot of the second-tier Famicom game publishers are stepping up their game in 1990, and we're seeing pretty significant improvements out of them. There's still plenty of that Data East jank here, but in terms of action, Heavy Barrel is a really solid top-down run-and-gun. Heavy Barrel was originally an arcade game, and it was a pretty big hit for Data East. It utilized rotary joysticks in the same manner as Ikari, where you twisted the knob to aim. Naturally, they lost that for the home version. You just shoot whatever direction you're moving in. The A button fires your main gun, the B button throws your bomb. The story of the game is that terrorists have seized a nuclear facility on an island, so naturally it's time to send in one soldier to kill them all. Of course, just because you go in with a machine gun and a bag full of 40 grenades doesn't mean that you're stuck using those. Scattered around the world are treasure chests, and each of these contains a weapon power-up. To open them, you have to have a key, and you get keys by defeating the red soldiers. There's a lot more treasure chests than there are keys, too. So as you learn the game, you'll want to keep track of which ones have the good stuff in them. As you open the treasure chests and collect the items within, you're going to spot Data East's first whoopsie doodle. I'd love to show you each of the icons and what they do here, but all of the icons are identical. Are you getting a grenade power-up? A new gun? Temporary kind of invincibility? You don't know until you've grabbed it. When you get a gun upgrade, you only have a certain number of shots for it. You could get a flamethrower or a spread gun. The spread gun is by far the best weapon in the game. Get it and use it. There's a few different types of grenades that you can collect. They could make the explosion a lot larger, or they could go out and stick in place, doing damage over and over again. One of them shoots out and spins around you. Similar to that grenade, there's a power-up that gives you an orbiter that keeps going around you for about a minute. It's pretty good, but bullets can still get through. The other thing that you can find in those treasure chests are pieces of the titular Heavy Barrel, a special super weapon for you. You have to collect 6 pieces, and as you get them they show up in the lower right, although I have trouble telling any difference after I collect 3. When you finally collect all 6 pieces, you can fire unlimited shots of the Heavy Barrel's giant bullets. You keep it for roughly 1 minute, and it's capable of destroying most bosses with one hit. Of course, so are all of the other special guns. You see, the other big error that Data East made with this game is that the special weapons do the same amount of damage as the Heavy Barrel. Not the grenades though, the grenades are crap. But if you have a spread shot or a flamethrower when you reach a boss, you just cut right through them. The Heavy Barrel should be something special, a real high point in your playing. But it's just another gun, and it doesn't even have the screen clearing ability of the spread shot. Now all that said, I really like the action in Heavy Barrel. It controls great, there's tons of variation among its 8 stages, even if you wind up riding elevators twice. While you're constantly plagued by the basic soldier, what accompanies them tends to have a huge variety, like these people riding in mine cars, or these turrets that fire a whole barrage of missiles. You have 3 lives and 3 continues to get through Heavy Barrel, and the difficulty level felt about right to me. For the most part, it was challenging without being unfair. There weren't a lot of unavoidable deaths, though it helped to remember that exploding enemies can still hurt you. I didn't manage to beat it in my hour session. I could only get to level 6. But I also feel like if I played it for a while longer, that I could easily beat it. Heavy Barrel features a 2-player simultaneous mode as well, and the only problem with that is that both players have to compete for their weapons. In Japan, Heavy Barrel is remembered as Bakage, or stupid game. Not necessarily bad, but has enough weird things going on that it stands out. And yeah, I can see that. Not being able to tell what weapons you're picking up, and the overwhelming firepower available to you, does kind of diminish the game a bit. But in a weird way, it kind of makes me like it more. This is an orgy of destruction on the Famicom, with tons of cool little things happening. and it pushes back just enough to be engaging. I don't think I'd break out Heavy Barrel all the time, but I have a fun time when I do.